I agree with you that the percentage of possible knowledge that you actually have is negligible. That ought to lead you to radical irrationalism, because there could be a million facts in the universe that contradict everything that you think you know. You said earlier that logic is a description of reality. You can't possibly know that. You can't even posit that because you have no idea what reality is like. You said reality is all that exists. Then you said it was the universe. Then you said it's the portion of the universe that you actually are aware of. We both know that's vanishingly small. You can't actually make predictions or statements about all of reality at all.
Yeah, I would say that if something exists, it is part of reality, right?
But how do you know? Again, that's
I'm using reality as a
statement.
word that's just defined by the things that exist. So if God exists, God would be part of reality, right?
Yeah, we're doing an internal critique on your worldview, and you don't believe in God's.
Sure, that was just hypothetical. I'm just saying whatever exists is real, right?
Really, I want you to think about this. We're doing an internal critique on your worldview. In my worldview, there's something called a creator-creation distinction. There's two kinds of reality. There's God, and then there's everything else. There's creator and creation. Now, we know about creation and about creator because God, the creator, has infallibly revealed certain things to us. He hasn't given us exhaustive knowledge, but he has given us certain knowledge. So that's why I don't fall into the same trap as you, because my worldview can't account for certainty because God has revealed certain truths to me. I know Jesus is Lord. I know God is there. I know God is triune. I know that the Bible is his word. I know that my soul will live forever because I trust in Jesus Christ, and he died for my sins and he rose again, which is great news. I'm operating on your own words that reality is all that exists, or reality is the universe, or reality is the percentage of the universe that you know, and the percentage of knowledge that you actually possess, what you actually know, is vanishingly small. So you can't consistently make claims about reality unless you're just simply going to say, the vanishingly small amount of knowledge that I have makes me think that there are laws of logic which describe the rest of reality.
Sure. I've looked at the laws of logic in my life, and I'm extrapolating that to the rest of reality.
Yeah, but you have to presuppose induction in order to do that. And you have no basis for assuming that the law of induction obtains or that it applies to the rest of the universe.
What about the evidence of my experience, the coherency of my experience, the fact we're having this conversation? Wouldn't that be evidence that logic exists, that the laws of logic and all the rest exist?
Not for you.
Why not?
Because you have to presuppose induction in order to apply the limited experience that you have to the rest of reality. And that's the very thing that's in question. You don't have experiential knowledge of reality. You have to assume the principle of uniformity in nature and the possibility of induction in order to think that your very limited experience has anything to do with the rest of the universe. You have no idea if there's a fact out there that contradicts everything that you think you know. And without God to reveal things, you are caught in radical irrationality. To make these pronouncements, you have to speak as if you know them for certain, but you don't. You can't. Your worldview militates against it.